And why? Why me? Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna delete this capture. We're gonna start up a new Windows capture, and we're
This
gonna call it a day.
is
Yep. Now
notable.
it picks up because it hates me. Because why me?
Aha, eat shit.
Hello there, everyone. So today we have a very special topic of an unedited video that we just have very passionate hatred for. This stupid vote. So
Okay.
you
I
can
would like
start
to
reading off
clarify.
your
Hold on,
paragraph.
shut the fuck. Shut the fuck. I would just like to clarify something real quick to anyone watching this. Um, I still want to avoid being toxic to the game theorist community whatsoever. I still feel like people should be allowed to theorize on things if they like, or consider everything when it comes to an equation. However, this whole who would win in the fight thing has devolved to the point where they're denying basic information, as well as just complete bias. It's starting to turn from theorizing to politics, and I'm not fucking liking it. So this entire video is just clearing everything up.
So we're gonna clear it up and take it. Here's what our perspective is. We're gonna take every perspective of each one of these characters, whether they're inside their environment, outside of it, whether they're. But right now, we're just going to assume at first they're just inside of an arena because you'll see why later on that's kind of important. So first fight, we're gonna do it how they actually are supposed to do it. Freddy versus Huggy.
Yeah, I'm
Freddy.
sorry. Huggy is bodying Freddy immediately.
I was about
Like
to say
Huggy
Freddy
is
is
winning
dying.
this by a landslide. Because okay, just as a general concept, those doors that you see in FNAF 1, the ones that Freddy can't fucking get through, are, I could best assume, half an inch thick. They are not very thick, because if you actually look at it, they do not have a lot of depth to it. Huggy broke through a door 4 times that big. No, sorry, he didn't just break through a door, he fucking body slammed through it. And then survived the fall. Do you think that a fucking horror motherfucker is gonna be able to outcompete something no, not over 4 times as strong.
This Huggy is a more than a brute. Okay.
Even if Freddy gets lucky and manages to get a fucking grip on Huggy, he does not mind losing an arm if it means kicking your ass.
Yeah. He would scream in his ears until he pops like a grape. I mean,
Yeah.
okay, so
No,
Freddy.
I would like to think that Huggy would just. I like to think that Huggy would let Freddy bite him on purpose, and then just dangle him over a fucking cliff, waiting for him to eventually let go.
Hold on, let me take this to paint so we can actually chalk up the votes. Smart
Yeah, okay.
idea. Also, I gotta change my capture then, so give me a minute.
No, it's still. I think it's still here.
No, it isn't. OBS hates me. Would it be a game capture? Yes, it would.
No, it's not a game capture. Okay, great. Now it's black screen. Give us a
No.
moment. He's being a complete retard, and we need to. Don't fucking close it. Just new window capture. It's not. MS Paint is not a game.
That's normal.
The MS Paint. There you go. It's fucking fine. I don't give a shit. God damn it. Here, have 5 pixels.
No, it's picking up my mouse cursor. Why?
Okay, let's not use MS Paint. This shit sucks. Uh, okay. Well, that didn't fucking work. All right, whatever.
Let's just use Notepad and I'll just put up who wins.
Just sitting here with a black goddamn screen. Okay, there you go.
Okay, I'll have Notepad in the background. You guys can't see it, but that's our point.
Good job. That was jank as shit. Anyways.
Next up.
Okay, next up is Red the Scientist versus William Afton. As far as I know, Red the Scientist doesn't actually have much anomalous about him. He's, for the most part, relatively human. So, that versus basically the equivalent of evil Batman. Yeah, no.
Also, before you all start saying, wait just a minute, he ain't immortal yet. Deegan's gonna point out multiple times here that he's semi-immortal because he's semi-immortal in his human. Basically, the only reason
He's semi-immortal in the sense that he is. Best way I can describe it is that they're like getting frisked during a genocide run. Well, you know Undertale? first during genocide run. It's basically that they're so determined to kill that they won't properly fucking die, and they will at least stay alive, even if you manage to floor them. Like, the Springtrap suit's an example of that. The Springtrap suit was just him trying to run, and he still sat alive in that shit.
For 30
Just
years,
because
mind you, inside of a wall.
he didn't want to fucking die.
Also, another quick thing about William, you want to know why he's purple? He's escaped multiple Springlock suits. He already has Remnant inside of him. He's kind of already immortal.
Oh
That's
yeah,
why
that
he
too.
also didn't
If he's
die.
already purple here, then it's showing that it's that variant, which means
It's
yeah, he's
before
already
he
partially
became.
immortal.
I mean, it's not nearly as much as Springtrap, but it's still a good degree. He probably lives
Okay,
like 100 years longer.
granted, I will say that one the people are actually right on, because if you look at the votes, you don't have to show it yet, but if you look at the votes, they say William Afton wins by a landslide. Then there's fucking the Mimic
Mimic
versus
versus
Mommy
Mommy.
Longlegs. The Mimic is a strong motherfucker. I don't know if tough, because his arm did manage to get broken off by a door, but he's definitely strong as hell, as that same door was dented to all shit and back. I mentioning the fact they managed to floor a pretty high-tech animatronic in about 5 seconds.
And also, before you all start saying, if the two little comic kitties, but he can glitch trap. He can control. No, he can't. The mimic. There's three separate mimics. One inside the Pizzaplex, one inside of Vanessa that is glitch trap, which is presumably dead because in Help Wanted 2, she squishes him, and inside of the basement, actual mimic, which they're putting up a picture of actual mimic. We're assuming actual mimic. Screw you.
Yeah, Rosamund physical mimic.
And which okay, the only and he before people start saying said the doppelganger fight, but he can mimic each other. No, he can't. The current mimic that's said the
Yeah,
basement, the
okay, now
physical one can't
you're,
talk with
you're
him.
going off on a fucking tangent on something we're not on yet.
Sorry.
You fucking retard. God damn it. We're talking about these two dipshits, not the fucking. The
Sorry.
next thing you're gonna be going over to Charles.
I have
Anyway,
mimic
see,
mommy.
motherfucker. So yeah, oh yeah, there's actually one thing I wanted to mention. The Mimic was designed as an endoskeleton shredder. Basically, it was meant to go to a robot, tear the damn thing apart, then take it and put it inside of something else.
Yeah.
Now, enlighten me. What is my long legs thing that kills her in the game she's in?
A shredder.
A shredder, a fucking shredder. Yeah, I don't need to explain that one.
Also, her pelvis doesn't seem
Shredder
to be stretchy.
versus thing that died to Shredder.
Yeah. Because I would like to point out, mommy, just to an extent, only her limbs seem to be stretchy, not her
Oh
actual
yeah,
parts.
that's another thing. She isn't very strong. I don't think we see many things. Like, we don't really see her doing many feats of strength. The strongest you can debate is taking your hand.
I mean, yeah, I guess that, but also you could debate her killing Bunzo and the mini huggies after you defeat them, because if you look up after each one, they're dead inside of webs above you inside Game Station.
I mean, they're tiny little shits, though. You can't really
Fair
argue
enough,
that.
yeah, no, they probably weigh no more than like 40 pounds.
She's not strong. The Mimic floored a high-tech animatronic in 5 seconds. I'm pretty sure it was just like one punch to the face and they were out cold.
Yeah. The heaviest thing that we've seen Mommy carry was inside the Hour of Joy VHS whenever she carried a person. That's it.
Yeah. So, long story short, Mimic's winning by a long shot. I don't care if people are like, well, she's really stretchy. They could just wrap around her like fucking Martian Man versus Omni Man. Counterpoint, Martian Man still lost to Omni Man, so I don't want to fucking hear it. This fight feels mean.
This just feels mean. Okay, in my opinion,
The neighbor, hold on, the neighbor versus doppelganger feels mean.
because here's how it would go down, only in the most realistic sense. Okay, neighbors inside of his house hears a knock on the door, because the doppelgangers have to be let in for some reason, like vampires. So they're just like, "Hello there, sir. Could I please come in?" No. But please, I insist. No. It would just be a battle of a kind guy that wants to kill you versus guy who doesn't want anybody inside of his house. Is it?
Yeah, and even then,
If they're inside
like
of an
if you were to,
arena, then they'll start fighting.
no, hold on, let's say a doppelganger was to play dirty and just be like, well, fuck you then, and charge at him anyways. I don't think the neighbor has any lethal weaponry at
The
all.
most he has is a cork gun. Well,
No, I
actually,
wouldn't
no,
even debate
he has a
that.
bear trap.
The cork gun only stuns. I honestly debate that a fucking tea kettle is more deadly.
I mean, yeah, no, you can
Because
throw
like, no,
boxes at the neighbor
seriously.
and he gets knocked down.
Yeah, you could throw a fucking tea kettle at him. His ass would be on the floor. You use the gun, and he just like, stop it.
Yeah, no, but then again, and then you look in the games. I like throwing boxes at him. I used to play Hello Neighbor a lot. It knocks him fully down onto the ground. A box, an empty box.
Yeah, and then compare that to whatever the hell a doppelganger is. I know it's technically an alien, but I mean, it's clearly not a fucking alien anymore.
Yeah, no, it's clearly it's trying to be a person.
I mean, yeah, but regardless, when the thing captures you, it very much has claws, so I don't think it stands much of a chance against a literal dude.
He is just an average dude. The only reason
He's
why
just a
he's
guy. Like, calling him the neighbor is accurate, because he's just a fucking guy.
he's just a guy with that is he's just a mourning guy over his dead kids. That's basically what he is. He's William Afton without the good sauce. That's what he is.
In fact, he is such a. No, even better yet, even if the doppelganger was trying to kill the neighbor, I feel like the neighbor still probably wouldn't be able to fight back. Because, fun fact, they're in the game with him. If you were to grab his attention and then run back to your house, he'll stand outside of it with his arms crossed, just like, really?
Yeah, because he doesn't cross your property line. He still respects laws. Other
Exactly.
than
You think this motherfucker is gonna win against something that can kill a goddamn night guard?
the only way that he won against you is that the actual full. We're talking about fully released game, by the way, not the spin-off games. From what we've seen, the only reason why he's able to win against you is because you're a child. He kidnaps you because you're a child that discovered his
Yeah,
secret.
like this feels like an unfair fight. It doesn't matter who you put the neighbor up against. You can put the neighbor up against fucking Monica and it still lose somehow.
Which Monica will get to how much bullcrap she is.
Oh yeah, Monica is going to be a hell of an interesting story. Anyways, next up, Bendy.
Um, so without any question, so Monty, okay, let's start with Monty
Monty's
first.
getting floored so fast. Because I'm sorry, like I'm actually kind of pissed about this because Monty actually stands a decent chance against quite a few others. I'd say Monty stands at least a slight chance against Amanda's Demon. I say they stand a slight chance against Catnap. They stand a chance against Molly
Yeah, because we've
Longlegs.
seen he's able to break like bridges and stuff. I mean, the guy is heavy. He's heavier than Freddy. He's
Yeah,
heavy.
he's been able to break full-on metal structures. He's been able to bash through
Heck,
fences
he
like a
bashes
fucking
his room for fun.
yeah, that too. His room looks like a goddamn crime scene.
However, he has the intelligence of a goldfish.
I think he's dented his door at some point. Don't quote me on it.
I'm pretty
Oh,
sure.
I think he's killed animatronics before.
Oh yeah,
So
no, he
he
killed
is
Bonnie
definitely, yeah, he's definitely a strong bastard. I would say that he'd actually stand a fighting chance against people like Amanda's Demon. Putting up against Bendy just feels unfair because for the sake of balance, we're assuming that we're putting them into an arena in a completely separate universe, just fighting. I say this because otherwise Bendy would sweep the entire fucking board.
because here's the issue. Okay, I will take myself as the Bender expert. The moment Bendy dies in any sort of way, deleted by Monica, gets somehow floored by anyone, the universe resets and deletes anything that's not native to the cycle with it. So if you do somehow win, you instantly die. You just get erased from existence.
Exactly. That's why we say we're assuming it's outside their native environment, as in it's just Bendy with his ability outside the cycle.
We're assuming that he's able to teleport, he's still speedy, he can still become Beast Bendy, Demon Bendy, Ink Bendy, Cartoon Bendy, all
Or
of it.
whatever the fuck, just he's not in the cycle. That's the only thing.
He can still grow his arms, but I would like to point out his strength. Bendy, instead of Ink Bendy, ripped a giant, heavy, like it was the size of Henry in width, vault
Yeah,
door
it was
off
a
of its
full
hinges.
on it was a fucking vault door that he
Here.
just threw off. That if that motherfucker was in Fallout 4, no one would be alive.
Yeah,
Yeah, look
yeah,
at that thing.
there it is. Look at what he did. Bendy did that with just his
The
ink
demon
form.
the demon has taken it. Yeah, he took the door off his hinges.
He full and mind you, you can see here that he picked it up and just set it down because he didn't feel like just throwing it. Actually, he could have thrown it because of how much ink there is around.
I know I'm mentioning Omni Man a lot, but I'm pretty sure this would genuinely look like Omni Man versus Mark.
Oh wait, hon, I know what happened. I just now realized this. The demon's taken it. The end tape was in there. He realized Henry found it. Bendy is so
Uh,
smart that he built an entire vault, or got his searchers or something too, just to keep people away from his one power bad thing.
the one thing that can reset him.
Yeah. And as we've seen, the longer the cycle goes, the more powerful he gets, the more control he gets over the cycle. So he already has a crap ton of control here, but in like BATDR, he can just floor things 50 times his size.
Yeah, I don't think Monty is it. Okay, the best way I can mentally imagine is just Omni Man versus a person.
Yep. Just a person.
Like it's just gonna be one clean sweep. Like, it's gonna be one swing, and there's gonna be a red paste on the floor.
Here's what it's gonna say. Okay, Monty's gonna go rock and roll. He's gonna get one punch. His hand will phase right through him because he's ink. Bendy will screech and then just beat the living crap out of him until he's an aluminum can. He's like, why'd you understand? What's
No,
happening?
hold on. I know exactly what it's gonna be like. Monty's gonna be like rock and roll, and then and Benny takes one swing and just
Monty gets thrown back into the Coliseum walls because we're assuming like gladiator arena. Bendy would begin pummeling him against the wall till he is nothing but ash.
no, it's gonna be one swing, and it's gonna fall apart like fucking Legos, bro.
He's gonna Lego
Like, it's
sound
not even
effect.
close.
It's not.
I'm still pissed because like Monty stands a fighting chance. I'd say Monty stands a good chance against fucking Freddy Fazbear,
He has a good chance to get
and
Huggy.
yet they put him up against the equivalent of the goddamn tank from Left 4 Dead. Just yeah, it's just unfair. I did my boy Monty dirty.
Like Bendy, I mean, sorry, Monty could have taken down Huggy. He could have been able to take down a good. He could take down
Okay,
Catnap.
I would debate Huggy because while Monty is strong, he still can't get past a full on door. I
Fair
feel like it
enough.
would be like he could scar Huggy
Yeah, no, he would rip off one of Huggy's limbs and then Huggy would eat him alive.
pretty much. I'd
It would be like a
say
sibling
I
fight.
actually no. I feel like the Monty versus Mimic. It might be Mimic would still probably win, but it'd be close.
Yeah, because Monty has
Monty's
more
still
strength than the Mimic.
faster, but so is the Mimic. The
The
Mimic's a
Mimic
bit
is way.
smarter.
Yeah, because I mean, the Mimic wears costumes for fun, but he doesn't keep it on naturally whenever he's chasing somebody, and he gets a lot of a speed boost because of that. I mean, imagine how fast Monty would be if he was just the endoskeleton without
Jesus.
that casing.
Either way, this is another case of why the hell is he? Okay, so the next one, Thunderman versus Baldy. This is another case of why the hell is he here? Baldy is just a fucking teacher.
Genuinely, his only you. I mean, even Baldy is self-aware that he's inside of a game. I guess you could take that, but that's his only technical power. Fourth wall
Let me
breaking.
remind you, Baldy's the equivalent of Springtrap in his universe. Like he's not like nothing else can kill you. It's just him. Everything else is just there to slow you down. Baldy
Yeah, like
himself's not actually all that strong. I'm not even sure if he actually kills you officially in the game. He might just
he
punish
does.
you.
He apparently does
Really?
kill you. Yeah, he kills you after
That
getting
is
his
not the
problem wrong.
impression that I am getting out of that.
Yeah, I know. I'm getting the impression of he just begins like beating you with the ruler.
Yeah, like okay, at his angriest, he is basically sprinting speed.
Yeah, at his
That's about it.
angriest, he's as fast as maybe Monty on ketamine.
Yeah, like no, I'd say that at his like if he is at his angriest, like full on berserk, he would be about as fast as a person sprinting.
Which is pathetic against the guy who can teleport.
That too, he has no strength. You put a lock on a door, that motherfucker can't get past it.
Yeah, no, we've seen that. Yeah, no, but he is incredibly smart though. Baldy does have that to his advantage.
Yeah, he's a fucking teacher, but still, that's not much of a help against goddamn cum man in a suit.
Yeah, no, because we would like to point out, okay, we're basing Slenderman off of the games here. One,
Okay,
he doesn't have
okay.
tentacles.
One thing I'm kind of pissed about, they could have, if they really want to do this fairly, swap the doppelganger and Baldy around.
That would have been a clean fight. The neighbor versus Baldy. That would have been a
The neighbor
clean
versus
fight.
Baldy, that would have actually been a half decent fight.
It would
And
just be two
Slenderman
men
versus
beating it.
doppelgangers could also be a half decent fight.
But here's what would have happened if it was neighbor and Baldy. I think the neighbor would have won because neighbor has more street smarts and Baldy just kind math teacher.
Well, again, no, the neighbor doesn't kill. that motherfucker never kills, and he doesn't have anything lethal around him. If Baldy
Hey,
manages to kill you with a ruler, that motherfucker at least knows how to beat the living shit out of you.
unlike the neighbor who's just a wimp who ends up putting boards up and bear traps.
God damn it, I just imagined something. If Baldy manages to kill you with a ruler, that means he knows how to do a fucking beat down. Which means that you can, like I'm just imagining him on the streets with, oh, I see how it is. You're
Oh,
coming
I
to
see how
my
it is.
neighborhood.
You come into my schoolhouse.
Just starts fucking curb stomping you.
He wears like a do-rag. This is why they
God
don't mess
damn
with
it.
the bald.
These are my streets now.
What's 2 plus 2? Not even you would know.
Like, I feel like the Baldy would still win, but at the very least, the neighbor would stand a goddamn chance.
Unlike him getting steamrolled by demonic entity that can clone gods. We have seen that into the nightmare mode. They can copy the
God
appearances of
damn.
gods.
Look how the appearance is not necessarily strength, but they're still fucking demons.
They're still demons. Well, aliens.
They
But
got
still.
they got claws. That doesn't help when you're can be hit in the face with a lamp
He could
and get
turn
knocked
into a
out.
he could turn you into a bear. He could just turn into a bear and you're dead. He could just,
Well, actually, I don't know if they have the strength of the things they mimic.
I mean, but at least they would have the weight.
I mean, yeah, but still, like it's more so they do have claws and they are at least able to kill people. Kind of like Baldy, they're not necessarily super strength, but they can kill. The neighbor doesn't even fucking do that.
And he just kind of kidnaps you, presumably knocks you out, and then just throws you back into your property.
He even refuses to break the law. You go into your house while he's chasing you, and he'll just sit outside like, really,
Unless you
motherfucker?
finally grab into the basement, then he will just kidnap you.
Yeah. But
But
again,
in
he
all
never
fairness,
kills you.
yeah.
He never kills you. He just kicks you out.
So Slenderman versus Baldy. Back to what we were saying.
Slenderman is still definitely winning this though, because like again, Baldy is just a dude.
Even if we're
Slenderman,
inside Baldy's environment, he's losing this. Slenderman would beat the living
yeah,
crap out of Playtime. Playtime's like, can we
yes,
play?
yeah. Slenderman. We're going off of the games. The reason why the game's not the folklore is because first of all, this is game theory. Second of all, the folklore, he's mortal, like much more mortal than like most of the things on the fucking list. So that wouldn't be fair.
It
Put it in
would
the
be
game.
basically bendy levels of immortal. If you did kill him, I think the universe would reset.
No, mortal,
Oh,
as in
okay.
he's killable.
Yeah, now we're making him mortal. Anyways, continuing.
No, as in like I'm pretty sure the folklore, he's much more mortal than
Oh,
immortal. In the games, he's stronger because not only can he teleport far more often, but he also has the ability to kill and cannot be killed himself.
so we're basing it off of the game still though, because it's game theory.
Exactly. The folklore, he's just a fucking dude.
He's
But
just a dude he's just a disfigured guy. He's genuinely just a disfigured
he's
guy.
not in the folklore. He's not even considered an eldritch being. Those tentacles were entirely just something that people came up with.
They haven't even said the games, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they're the games, but not the folklore. He's literally just a white-skinned man in the folklore.
He's just.
So he really does not stand like if we were
Pretty
talking
sure
about
the
the
folklore was supposed to
folklore.
be a ghost.
If you're hold on, if you're remember how I said that Baldy's getting floored by pretty much everyone else here.
Yeah,
Slenderman would still lose to him if you were going off the folklore.
fair enough. Slenderman's winning that one, is their point.
Yeah, because based off the games, he's winning that one.
Okay, now this one you would think would be a
This
fair
one
fight.
is
But
going to piss. This one's going to be a massive rambling because I want to talk about this because this is genuinely
I'll
making
just
me
let
want to
you.
strangle the entire goddamn game theory community, and it's actually one reason why I am on the brink of unsubscribing from the channel and never returning there. That being the fact that Monica's not winning a single fucking fight against any of these motherfuckers. Okay,
And they're making
again,
her win
we're
every one.
assuming outside their native environment, as in they are either outside the native environment, basically meaning that she's still inside the computer while other things are not inside the computer. And if you think that's unfair, you need to remind you the neighbor's here.
The neighbor would win against Monica then, because we've seen the guy break a TV.
No. I would say debatably Monica could still win against the neighbor by just overloading the computer and making it explode like a fucking frag grenade.
She'd suicide bomb.
that would still, she could still win against the fucking neighbor. If anything, a neighbor is a fucking joke here. It's fair that Monica's is still inside the computer. And again, Amanda, while yes, they're also on a computer, they're in something that Monica cannot override, a fucking VHS tape.
Which you can't
And even
alter.
then, there are fragments of her across all of them, meaning Monica would have to kill Amanda several times over.
And
Oh,
even
and
if she
what was the
broke
other
one
quote?
tape,
Oh yeah. Did I also forget to mention? One has a fucking demon.
yeah,
Like
one has a physical demon.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna look something like Amanda and Monica are fucking around with each other on the computer. Amanda goes, "I don't like you anymore," and a demon just runs up and smashes the computer in.
Into bits, mind. I'm talking the computer. It's like Hulk versus a car.
Yeah, pretty much.
It would just begin beating the living crap out of the computer. Its element is like, okay, and then it just
Okay,
scurries off to go eat someone.
I would like to mention something real quick. If we were assuming that everyone else was inside of Monica's game, just get rid of Monica and put God there. It's just as fair.
Because
In
Monica
fact,
can delete and
I'm
add
sorry.
anything.
No, I'm sorry. God is actually more fair than Monica because at the very least, God is only as strong as its believers.
And has morals.
Exactly. I would debate that replacing Monica with God in that case would be more fair than this shit.
That's why we're saying
We're assuming
outside of environment.
outside of native environment, especially since again Bendy is there.
Yeah.
And by the way, the fact that Monica in the votes is still getting ahead of the majority. I don't get you motherfuckers, by the way. Like, y'all every single motherfucker in those votes said that Bendy is losing to Slenderman. Which, by the way, no, he's not. Like I said, even when we're basing it off of the stronger variant of him in the games, he doesn't have much physical prowess. The best he can do is teleport. It would be like fucking Cecil versus Omni-Man.
Well, no, we
The
get to that
best, the
whenever that
best he can
round
do
is
is run
happening.
away.
We'll get to that
Hold
round
on.
whenever
It's
it
like,
happens.
shut the... no.
Remember, we
No,
just stood still
okay,
with
oh, yeah,
Amanda.
fair enough, fair enough. But, I was saying, right, Monica versus. Oh yeah, then these motherfuckers said that Monica versus Slender Man. But Monica is. What was it? Monica was winning against Slender Man?
Yep.
Which I would just like to mention something. That is definitely some rigged shit. Someone is rigging this because the whole thing about Slender Man is that every piece of technology he's around starts malfunctioning. In every game that you can see him in, when you look at him, regardless if it's a camera or not, it will malfunction. I'm pretty sure Slender Man's gonna get close to Monica, and then she's gonna, oh no!
Monica will cease to exist. Or she'll become,
Like
like,
I'm,
glitch.
I'm pretty sure that it's just gonna like Slender Man's just gonna walk up to the computer, and then it's just gonna be like it's not gonna be a fight.
It's not gonna be a fight. Slenderman just literally temporarily existing would kill Monica.
Exactly, and yet y'all motherfuckers are saying Monica would still win against that. I
Heck,
don't
even
get
if
you.
you're inside of the computer with Monica, that would be even worse. That means Slenderman would be killing everybody in there.
Not even mentioning the fact that Monica doesn't have much control over her own universe to begin with. Yeah, she has some control, but need to remind you, if you just delete the file yourself, she'll just cease to exist. It'll literally
Everybody's
just
fine.
like you can still delete Monica from the universe, and even then, she still takes a while to get actual like control over the fucking thing. She doesn't delete everything right away. She only modifies it at first. And again, need to remind you, if you just delete the files yourself, that bitch gone. She barely has control of her own fucking game. Amanda can practically defy reality. And y'all motherfuckers said that this goddamn yandere be a fucking demon.
Again, okay, so we're assuming outside their native environment. Even if Monica became physical, we've seen that technically
No,
what
no.
Monica is.
I'll do you one. I'll do one fucking better. Even if we're in their native environment, Monica still wouldn't do that well. Because need to remind you, she doesn't have much control over her universe to begin with. If she's not on screen, she can't fucking influence it.
So all
I
that
don't think
Amanda
she
would.
ever. Yeah, I don't think she can influence anything that isn't directly on her screen. Because I don't think we ever see things change unless it was either off screen. Like the only time we ever see anything change on screen is either if she's like right in the scene or on screen.
Yeah.
And again, she doesn't even delete things to begin with. She only modifies things to just make them cease to exist. The files are still there. You delete Monica's file and it's just gone. She just dies.
Everything's fine.
Exactly. Again, Amanda can literally defy reality because at the end of the game, you hear her talk in the real world
Wait, what?
through the tape.
Oh yeah. Forgot about that one. I'm out there somewhere. Big
How
demon shows up.
is yeah exactly how? Actually, no, the demon doesn't show up. It's actually when you. That's actually how you beat the game.
Oh. Oh wait, the one with the person showing up.
Yeah. Point is, I hate every single one of you motherfuckers for saying that this goddamn yandere that could barely do anything to begin with is winning against half this goddamn list. I
Also,
hate you. I'm gonna kill
demon.
you.
One final thing, Amanda's demon is actually as smart as Huggy, I'd say, because apparently inside of Amanda the Adventure 2, you know what they say? The Cass, the girl or whatever that we're hanging out with, began to tell us, hey, by the way, your house got burnt down the moment I brought you inside this car by some weird entity. What? It knows how to start fires.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. The demon is a stealthy bastard, which again I feel like is playing dirty because Amanda's demon's actually a really interesting concept of a character. Yeah, y'all motherfuckers murked her because y'all are simps. You goddamn bitches.
Sims for the stupid yandere who can barely do anything. Okay,
And I need to
okay.
remind you, we're being generous about all of this. Realistically, if you just delete her file right off the bat, you can just play the game as is.
So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna say Amanda's winning. Screw you. She has big demon that can bash computer/TV. Monica can't
That, and need to
modify
remind
file of
you,
tape.
Amanda is literally the only fight they can actually reasonably do because, again, they're in a computer. And if we're assuming they're in their universe, well, in that case, if they're fighting against fucking Bendy, then they're also losing because it's in Bendy's universe in which he can't die.
And even if again, and if Monica were to somehow fight Bendy, then if she were to decide, I'm gonna delete you, she would stop existing. So would the rest of the universe. It wouldn't even reset. It would just stop existing.
No, hold on, hold on. Let me grab a voice. Let me grab a sound that accurately depicts my anger for this.
The sound of like lobotomy sounds. It's so stupid that people think that's true. Monica is just angry teen girl thing.
Perfect.
What? You fuckers. You fuckers. You motherfucker, I will rain hellfire upon you.
I kill every single fucking person that says Monica's winning against this shit. If you're hold on, anyone that says Monica's winning against this shit, you're a simp. Just
Yep.
outright. I don't like. That's basically outing yourself as a complete simp because I cannot. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding when I say this. When I look at the comments of those votes saying Monica wins, everyone there is sitting there going, "How the hell does Monica win exactly?"
Yep. She's inside of a
they, they
computer.
try. They tried to explain like, well, they could delete files. Okay, so can Amanda. Actually, no. Sorry, Monica can't do that. But Amanda has not only more control over her universe because she can literally eject the tape out of the fucking machine if she feels like it.
Which is her equivalent of just saying, okay, fine, I'm gonna go to sleep.
Yeah, I need to remind you that Amanda has control over the machine that you put the fucking tape in. Monica can't even edit the files. It doesn't matter what way you look at this. If you're in her universe, or if she's stuck in the computer, or even if you look at her at her strongest, she loses in every single scenario, and you motherfuckers are saying it wins against Cum Man.
Okay, anyways,
Just
moving
you.
on.
What? You fuckers. You fuckers. You motherfucker, I will rain hellfire upon you.
I'm sorry, I'm just pissed about that because why are people still saying she wins? No, she doesn't. It doesn't matter what Doctor Strange. Look in a million different universes. They found one where she won.
And that one was whenever Amanda ended up tripping on a piece of bubblegum and killed herself.
That's when the demon tripped on a piece of bubblegum, hit their head on the table, that then launched a brick towards the TV.
Yeah.
That was the only universe they won.
In which Amanda killed himself. Yep. Anyways, Catnap versus
Okay, I'm
Charles.
sorry. I had to get that off my chest because why are there so many votes on it? Whatever. Charles versus Catnap. Charles. Need to remind you, bulletproof spider train from hell versus a spray bottle.
Okay, here's what we're saying here. Okay, Charles can go into a hell form, which sure is encouraged by the eggs. However, screw you.
It can't lose otherwise.
Yeah.
Need to remind you, Charles is as fast as a train. Which hold on, let me see look at something.
Train average speed.
126 miles per hour.
Yeah, that's
Charles
pretty
can
good
run
for that.
126 miles per hour. Yeah, Catnap ain't catching that. And he will run if he gets too injured. So even if Catnap somehow manages to do enough damage or something, twice their size, yeah, he's just gonna run away.
Here's what we're assuming that we are assuming that Charles can't go to his hell form since there would be no eggs in this presence. But also, it would be kind of unfair. The only way that they were able to kill him was fall damage.
Here's what we're gonna assume. We're gonna assume that he will not go into his hell form until you hurt him enough.
Much like actual Charles, yeah.
Or at least he starts in his hell form. So that way, instead of trying to kill him twice, you just kill him once in hell form.
Which still would be an impossible fight for Catnap. I mean, even if you're assuming, but he has gas. Charles doesn't have a nose.
I don't think Charles even breathes. I'm not. Don't quote me on that. We don't have a lot of lore on the bastard.
On his
But
biology.
considering it's a demon, I would assume he doesn't need to breathe. I don't know how much oxygen is in hell.
I mean, it's all fire. There has to be a good bit of fuel down there. Okay, time for the next thing.
Okay, real quick. I just want to mention something real quick. Charles also can do a lot of goddamn damage. He can rip a train apart in a matter of seconds. So yeah, that versus goddamn Cotton, I don't think is gonna stand a very good chance.
Okay, next fight into the second round, second bracket. Huggy versus Willie.
You're calling him Willie?
Yeah, Willie.
I just call him Afton, but all right.
Willie.
Huggy versus Willie. I would say.
You said originally said your vote was Afton.
I would have to say Afton because while Huggy is a strong bastard, again, William is not only smart but he's also partially immortal. He's not exactly the strongest bastard in the world, so it would honestly the best way. Actually, no. Well, yeah, probably. Do you know that Thor versus Hulk fight?
Yeah.
I like to imagine it looks kind of like that.
Yeah. Okay. I see it.
Because Huggy's strong, but William has everything except strength.
So,
and Huggy can't really kill him either, even if Huggy tries to eat William whole.
That would just be even worse.
Yeah, that would be an even worse case scenario because, again, William has a lot of knives.
And plus, we've seen, heck, okay, if we're judging it off of how in FNAF World, bro, one of his attacks is knives.
Yeah, he's also very persistent, meaning it could be, he could be stuck in Huggy's stomach for freaking months. He would still break his ass out.
Yeah, also, again, guy who can destroy metal with bare hands, I'm pretty sure can also rip apart meat with his bare hands.
I mean, yeah, but it's also showing it doesn't matter how little meat there is. They will still be able to move.
Fair enough. But still, if he does swallow him then, the man has been spring-locked and survived. Do you think all those teeth penetrating into him at once is, anything new to him?
That too.
Like, if he were to be swallowed, he would rip apart Huggy from the inside, and he would die. Because unlike Huggy, because poor Huggy isn't quite immortal. He's very durable, very durable. He fell like 2 kilometers, but
Yeah, so again,
still,
it would be decently close, and I feel like William would get out of it with a whole lot of damage,
we're
but he would
assuming
still
everybody starts
win.
off new after each fight.
Yeah, he would still get out of that a whole lot of damage, but he would still survive.
Okay, now we're assuming who again? Mimic
Actually,
versus Doppel.
clarify, it's a close victory.
Oh yeah, it's a close vic.
And the notepad, clarify, it's a close victory.
There. Continuing.
One sec. Oh yeah, now it's what was it?
Oh, now it's Mimic versus Doppel.
Mimic versus Doppelganger. So this one, Doppelganger, not much physical strength, versus a Swiss cheese baker with the murderous intent of
Or William.
I don't even know. Yeah.
So we're not even gonna go in deep with that one. It's the Mimic. Okay, Mimic tear
Yeah.
apart some metal for fun and also for programming. Doppelganger
Yeah.
has to be let in. It'd be hello
Yeah,
there, good sir.
Doppelganger doesn't show much physical strength because they don't even break the glass, bro.
Yeah.
They can't even break the glass even when they've been caught. So I don't think they have enough physical prowess to deal with the mimic. And I like to mention it says doppelganger, not doppelgangers, meaning it's not like the hundreds of them that exist. It's just one of. So you can't even say, "Oh, it overwhelms them." No, the mimic's
One.
winning that.
The Mimic's winning. Also, one final thing. Just to really prove how weak the Doppelganger is, those guys are just inside hazmat suits. They don't even have weapons. They're just inside hazmat suits whenever they grab the Doppelgangers.
Yeah, they don't even actually burn the bastards. They just take them because they don't physically fight back enough.
They kind of just kidnap them to prod them. So
Yeah, so I would say
time
Mimic
for
would
the
win that fight
stupidest
easily.
fight that was definitely rigged. Bendy, the Ink Demon, versus Cum Man.
Yeah, this is another thing that pissed me off that I was mentioning earlier. How did y'all motherfuckers say that the equivalent of the Incredible Hulk versus Cum Man in a suit, that Cum Man in the suit was winning? You know what? Hold
Like,
on.
go pull up the comments and see what people said again.
You fuckers. You fuckers. You motherfucker. I will
Everybody,
rain hellfire upon you.
I'm gonna shut up and let Deegan talk because I've already said my opinions on this to him too many times. Deegan, go ahead.
Okay. Slenderman, as far as we know, has no physical prowess. It's similar to doppelgangers. It's more so interference, teleportation, and at least the ability to kill. He hasn't really shown to have much physical prowess outside of most fan games. I don't think he can break apart. I don't think we've ever seen him break anything, so I don't think he has a great amount of strength. Compare that to the 12-foot tall Incredible Hulk that managed to floor God knows how many people, probably more than Slenderman's ever killed, and managed to do that in the span of 5 minutes. Yeah, not even close. And yet, y'all motherfuckers said that the Cum Man was winning.
And you want to know what their excuse was? They said, but Slenderman's Eldritch. Yeah, but Bendy has god powers. Well,
Okay, we're assuming he's not immortal. We're just assuming. Okay, no, okay, I'm sorry. Bendy can also teleport. Everything that Slenderman could do, Bendy can also, to an extent, do.
way better, mind you, because Bendy can teleport other
Hey, I wouldn't
things.
say better. There are some things that he does worse, like technology manipulation.
Yeah, but also before you all, oh wait, one final point that you forgot to point out. Slender Man, sure he can give people headaches and control you psychologically. How is that gonna work against something with
Bendy's
no organs?
Bendy's not he's not human. Even if you say, oh, it taps into your soul and changes that, but he doesn't have a soul either.
Yeah, Bendy doesn't have a
That's
soul, nothing.
that thing's the equivalent of a wild animal.
He is just a living ink, and sure he's intelligent and sentient, but I mean, you know, it, there's no brain. There's no brain for him to mess with.
Yeah, like he's not doing anything psychological. I still question how so many people thought that he was winning this, because like,
Cause he's Eldritch.
look at him, he's white, and white supremacy always wins.
Okay, we're gonna move on.
I'm sorry. I love how you just did you miss my joke?
I did. What'd you say?
You did miss it.
Yeah, what did you say?
I said, but he's white, and white supremacy always wins.
God dang it. Well,
See,
Bendy's
look,
black and
Bendy's
white.
black. Bendy's black. Slenderman's white. Therefore, the white man always wins. This is fucking racist. I am.
I bet you that's why people voted it.
You fuckers! You motherfuckers!
Just cut it off right there. It's way better. Anyways, Amanda versus Charles. We don't even have to.
Okay, Amanda's demon is strong. Don't get me wrong, but again, it's demon versus demon. It's small demon versus bulletproof demon. Do I have to explain it?
Do we really have to explain 100 kilometer an hour demon? A
Mile per
hundred
hour.
mile. Oh, mile per hour. Sorry,
Yeah,
the
100
kilometer's
miles
bigger.
per hour freight train demon spider that takes bullets and rockets to the face and eats it like it's going out of style, compared to Slender Man with a lot of eyes.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just so confused. Like, who's gonna win? Okay, okay. A big demon that can run maybe the speed of a car. I'm pretty sure we've seen that. It runs like 30 miles per hour. Then thing that can go practically faster than anything on Earth. Yeah, no.
No, okay, I'm sorry. Can I just kind of say something? How did y'all motherfuckers say that Monica versus Charles, that Monica was winning? What's the plan? Like, I'm pretty sure Monica is just gonna be on a TV screen, and Charles is gonna be looking at it like, what kind of fucking thing? Monica will appear on the screen and and he just fucking smashes it instantly.
He would just get a bit startled. He'd be sitting there like watching the static, and then, huh? What's going on?
It's like a dog. It's like a dog looking at a chew toy for the first time. It's like, what the fuck is this thing?
What do I do with it? I want to touch it.
Like, I want a single person to explain to me how Monica's winning this. I want one person to explain. No, I will fucking challenge you. I want every single goddamn person on the internet to explain how Monica is remotely winning this. Even if in their universe, I want you to explain that, motherfucker.
Time for the fight that everybody's been waiting for. The final bracket: Willie versus Mimic. Willie.
I would have to say William Afton would still win because yes, the Mimic is a shredder and he can do a decent chunk of damage while being smart. William, okay, I would like to run something real quick before I continue. We're assuming that they do not have lore counters, as in like William Afton can't just press a switch and shut the Mimic off. No, like he does not have the shutdown code to the Mimic. We're assuming that it
You
is
might know
just
how it
like
got built, but
the
that's
Mimic
it.
by himself versus William by himself. It's not. It's
No extra
outside
things.
of any lore counters they have.
These are just everybody with their bare fists. Nobody gets extra weapons. Nobody gets anything. It's just bare.
Well, they have what they're most known for. So like, Amanda still has their demon. You know,
Yeah, and William still has
Catnap
his
still has
knife.
their gas.
Fair enough.
Catnap still has
Okay,
his gas.
I get what you mean. So William still has
We're
his
just
knife.
assuming it's not lore. There's no lore counters.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, because they're in the same universe and it counters that it's a counter to this. No.
So here's what we're saying here. William, for the reason of one, sure, the Mimic is really strong. It's one of Henry's designs, and as we've seen, Henry's designs are way less beefy than most of. I mean, William built things that kidnapped children for fun.
I mean, yeah, but still, I wouldn't give a shit to it because the Mimic is really strong. Really, the reason why I'm saying William would win is because William is a persistent bastard, and his only real weakness would be fire. And I feel like even though the Mimic is extremely strong, he's not tough. He's not durable. You slam a door in his hand, it gets cut off. I
And
feel
William
like
has a
that by the
knife.
time the Mimic manages to learn, oh, his weakness is fire, he's probably already on the ground bleeding out.
Or missing his legs. Because that's what he originally.
That
Oh
too.
yeah, those legs are just built on, by the way, like haphazardly by Fazbear, because he was originally just a torso with arms and a head. Therefore, his
Yeah.
legs would be his most susceptible part.
Again, Mimic's strong, he's not extremely tough. Which is why I feel like William still would win against the Mimic. And before you say, what about the Mimic versus Mommy Longlegs? Again, strong, not tough. Mommy Longlegs is not very strong.
Also, Mommy can only stretch her limbs. Her head can't stretch. Her hair can't stretch. Her body itself can't stretch, as we see inside the grinder.
That
It's
too. I feel like Mimic would just get one good grab on her head and then just. Yeah, hold on.
Harold.
Where's that one?
Unless you're assuming Mommy's like chicken without its head and me existing after her head gets torn off.
Where is that one fucking scene? I can't find it. I was gonna find a gift for it. God damn it. Never mind. But what was I saying? Right. I forgot. Fuck. Right. William
Right.
versus Mimic. But yeah, the Mimic versus Mommy Long. I feel like it'd be one good grab to the head, and then it would crush it like fucking. Like you know that one scene, the Omni Man just like putting his hands between someone's head and then just crushing it like a fucking grape.
I haven't seen that one, but you can't. There's better example that you can use against me. I mean, you could say the Hulk a lot better. Yeah. Actually, no,
No,
I got a better.
he doesn't really smash people's heads in. It's like a Mortal Kombat finisher.
Oh wait, okay. Well then now I have the mental image. Okay, yeah, Mommy getting Mortal Kombat finished by the Mimic. Now I got that image.
Pretty much. But either way, I feel like it would take William way too long, or it would take Mimic way too long to figure out William's weakness before he gets floored by the Mimic. It's more of an endurance battle by that point.
So it would be a fair fight, definitely though.
Yeah.
Time for a
Afton's still
big
definitely
one.
getting out with some fucking bruises. William's still definitely getting out with some bruises, but William is still...
Bendy versus Charles. So we're assuming
Oh,
starts
god
off
damn it,
with,
I forgot about this.
I'd say it's stalemate.
I honestly, I would actually... Like, okay, this one, we had a conversation a while back about it. We still think it's a stalemate. Which I feel like is the only reason why y'all motherfuckers even say Bendy lost to begin with. Though you kind of went overkill because you got rid of both Bendy and Charles, the two strongest characters in this entire goddamn list. We're actually, okay, real quick, we're going to throw William out of the equation because he's losing to both Bendy and Charles.
Again, me and Dinky came up with a joke where Bendy and Charles are just going out at it, beast in hell form. He's like, "Hey, I just now killed the Mimic. Who's up there?" He says a scrap trap. They both look over at the Hell's Kitchen, and then they just begin pummeling the crap out of him as they
No,
pause their
it's just,
fight.
say it again, say it again.
Hi there, guys. I'm here to fight you now. They both look towards him, and then they begin pulling what sides of Papyrus said when they saw the human, just begin, and they just begin pummeling the crap out of him together. No, why me?
Yeah,
And then they
the
begin
point
going
is,
back at it.
William's not winning against both Charles and Bendy. They're not winning against either of them. So really, it's a matter of who's winning, Bendy or Charles, which we still have not been able to figure out. Because, like, yeah, Bendy can become a big motherfucker. He can become that big old beast form. However, again, Charles is not only a tactical bastard, but he's also very
Durable.
resistant. Yeah. Charles basically has the equivalent of armor, to the point where even bullets have a hard time trying to pierce him.
And every single
While
bit of it is perfectly skin tight on Charles. He's grown into it. There's nothing Bendy can rip apart. There's no crack for Bendy to get ink into and like rip from the inside. He can't do that. There's no cracks. I mean, I guess he could try to.
exactly,
He can't even rip open his jaw.
I mean, maybe, but even then, he doesn't attack with his jaw. He only uses it to eat things. He actually uses his legs, and even then, those legs can also get really fucking big and armored as well.
Yeah, no, they become spiky in his hell form.
Yeah, Benny's gonna grab onto it. It's like, ow, hot.
Dang it! Oh! I just now get the mental image of myself boiling. Ugh. I don't even
Weird.
know how to
Uh,
imagine feeling that, like being ink and then feeling yourself boil. Ugh. Oh wait, there's bubbles
it's
coming
like,
out of my skin.
but either way, uh, Charles would be a tough bastard to fight, and even if Bendy just tried charging at him, need to remind you, Charles is quite a bit faster and more armored. However, Bendy has the advantage of being far stronger. They could probably
More
pick up
energy.
Charles and throw them like a tank throwing a goddamn car.
Another thing is Bendy seems to have infinite energy, unlike Charles, who can. I mean, he is
Well,
really
no,
has
Charles has
energy.
infinite. Charles has infinite energy too.
Okay, but Charles seems to take a lot longer. For example, his teleporting, it does seem to take quite a bit out of him in comparison to Bendy, which kind of just does it.
Hold on, this is all I'm imagining. The fucking. This is all I'm imagining. The goddamn fight with Charles and Bendy would look like.
Pretty much.
I mean, yeah, they couldn't really like Bendy has strength, but Charles has durability. Like in that GIF, fun fact, that person in that GIF is still alive.
Oh, of course.
Like yeah, because they turn red when they die, meaning they didn't die from that. They're still blue.
He still got slammed though. It's just
I mean,
hilarious.
yeah, but like the best that Bendy can do is just fling his ass. Because like again, it's hard to say which would win. Because Charles is tactical and he's really tough, but doesn't have a lot of attack. Well, Benny's the opposite. He has a whole lot of fucking attacks, but it's also reckless. I like. It's hard to say who would win. It's honestly, this is the sort of thing where I actually want to ask, like anyone who sees this video, of just like, who do you think would win, Bendy or Charles? Because I genuinely can't think of. Again, we're thinking outside their native environment, as in Charles is not on his island, and Bendy is
They're
not in
just kind of an
his
arena.
cycle. Yeah.
So, you know what? We're asking you. Also, no matter who wins, William is dead. No matter
Yeah,
what.
like I'm pretty sure like Charles eats fire on a daily basis, and I'm pretty sure emits fire too. So William's dead there, and Bendy.
I mean,
I'm pretty
it's
sure William
Bendy.
wouldn't want to exist after being with Bendy.
He would go back to hell with Cassidy and be like, keep me here.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Just thank you.
Because, I mean, sure, he would regret Charles, but I mean, Bendy, he would fully on wish he was gone. He would.
Yeah.
Bendy toys with people, as we have seen. So he would sit there and he would torment Afton. Like,
Yeah.
because there's no fire. So he would still be, so there would be nothing to
So
burn
he's
his
getting
remnant.
cooked either way, both
Yeah.
literally and figuratively.
Yep.
It's really just a matter of Bendy versus Charles. So what do y'all motherfuckers think? And again, I would like you to explain one fight that Monica is winning in any of these.
And remember, she's just a TV.
We're assuming outside their native environment. So either it's just a chick or it's just a TV. Either or, they're fucked.
Also, I would like to. Okay, first of all, I'm going to lay out for you guys, just so that no confusion happens. Here's Bendy's current abilities inside this form. He can change into Ink Bendy. He can change into both versions of Beast Bendy, the one with weird legs and actual big gorilla Beast Bendy. Okay, it doesn't matter if Audrey needed to power him up. I
Yeah,
think that's just
it
because the
just
cycle
says
upgraded.
it does just say Bendy. It doesn't say which kind of Bendy. So we're assuming
Wait,
just
if
any
it says Bendy,
variant.
there would be Cartoon Bendy.
Maybe I don't fucking know.
Because that's what his for. Okay, I'm being too much of a nerd here. They're clearly talking about Bendy as an entirety. He can turn into Cartoon Bendy, which has cartoon logic, which can't really. It's kind of like an immortal form because it
Yeah,
it can't.
you hit Cartoon Bendy with the wrench, and his head just spins around.
Yeah, he has cartoon physics, so it will be kind of hard to get him. He can't like summon stuff like cartoons, but he albeit has rubber hose.
You know what? Fuck it. Throw Bugs Bunny into this entire thing and ruin the fight.
Yeah, and ruin the fight. Yeah.
That's what we're gonna do. I like to think that when Game Theory eventually releases the video on this, that he's just gonna be like, "Joke's on you, though. Bugs Bunny was here too, and he wipes the floor with every single character. Fuck you."
Doesn't matter if it's
I
a
don't
game or a
know,
film. But here's the thing.
but
Okay, Bendy has all the forms that we've seen in games. He can teleport. He can run. He can summon ink things. I guess. I mean, technically, he could summon minions. So I guess that can count. But that would just he can't quite do infinite, as we have seen. There's only a certain number, and he can change the size of each one of his body parts up to I'd say about 20 feet.
and when it comes to Charles, we're assuming that he has all of his abilities, both lore-wise, even if it doesn't show in game, as well as his health form.
The only difference Bendy has basically is that he isn't immortal unless he's inside of his cartoon form, which seems to be a last resort.
And again, we're assuming outside of the native environment. In other words, Benny's
An
not in the
arena.
cycle; he is killable, and Charles is not on his island. They can't just teleport Bendy into the fucking ocean.
Yeah, we're saying that Charles, okay, much like how we're nullifying Bendy's pure immortality unless he's inside that one form, we're gonna nullify Charles's whole like teleporting everyone thing. I think that's fair.
Well, he can still teleport people. It's just you can't just teleport Bendy into the ocean and watch him
Yeah,
dissolve
has to
like a
be
fucking witch.
Also, again, that also begs the question of if Bendy were to go into the ocean, would his ink just spread out or would it stay intact? And if it does spread out,
Exactly.
would he become the ocean?
Yeah, this is one of the reasons why we're discluding these sorts of things. It's because it's either full on cheating or just
Hear
we
that,
don't
Matt
have an
Pat?
answer.
Hear that? And whoever ran the stupid poll, we're giving actual guidelines.
Yeah, they literally just said who would win in the fight with no rules whatsoever.
Yeah, see, scroll up a bit. No rules. It's just 2
God
weeks
damn it.
ago. I'm almost
Wait,
down to the
share
final
your
bracket.
predictions in the comments. Meaning, these are just predictions. They're gonna make their own video on it.
I hope they do.
I pray to God they do. Really would loot immediately and make a comeback in the final round.
I mean, yeah, they got. It's the exact opposite, actually. It's William won
In
every
this
single
case,
thing
when we're
and
actually
dies.
looking at it, he does the exact opposite. He gets all the way to the final round and then gets steamrolled.
By end, he would regret existing, or he'd just be like, "Oh
Wait, no,
God."
let's go down. Let's go to the second comment. I love how there's a bunch of supernatural entities and giant metal robots. Then you got a guy with a shovel who wants you off his property.
He's right.
That's still cruel. That's still fucking cruel.
But it's correct. It's
It's evil. Why do they? If Monica's in the bracket, then that implies this happens in a desktop. That does, not the actual game universe, which means she most likely wins the entire thing no matter what. Yeah, like I said, you might as well just put God in there.
honestly, even if not popular anymore, Charles is a giant spider train. It's fast, it's strong, and maybe even smart. Of course, there's characters like Catnap, Slenderman, another possible winner that could win. Never point. If you say Slenderman is a possible winner again, I'm going to come to your house and build a
Why does
combustible
everyone
lemon.
say fucking Slenderman? Have any motherfuckers actually ever seen the guy? The only reason he's even a threat in game is because you're a fucking human.
Have
You give
any
a
of you ever
motherfucker
played the
gun.
games? Have any of you ever played the games?
Any of y'all ever played the games? Because like I'm pretty sure if you gave the character a gun, Slenderman would be on the floor.
Peter Griffin posed after one shot.
Knowing Monica has a home field advantage, yeah, we're assuming outside their native environment.
Because if it's inside, then
It's cheating.
just cooked. Yeah, it's cheating.
That's cheating.
It would be. Too bad it's like two toddlers fighting till Amanda calls in the demon.
Charles is a menace for real.
And, even Matt Pat agrees with that one. Come on. Well, Tom, whoever. Also, I like to say this, okay? Yeah, it is very. What?
No, I'm sorry, just one motherfucker. It's got to be either Monica or Bendy, since that can only be stopped by specific means. Everyone else can be defeated in other ways. Not really. Afton is also can only be defeated in specific means, i.e., fire.
Yeah, that was the only thing that killed him in FNAF 6. Everybody else has tried beating him, possibly biting him, ripping him to shreds, and he just is fine.
Oh
He
yeah.
just
Also,
kind of
need to remind you, you motherfuckers, that Monica doesn't have a lot of control over her own universe to begin with. She can't even modify the files. She only edits them. She can't delete files. She can only change them.
Baldy's part of the American.
There's no way he's losing.
I call the power of terrible education systems in low budgets. Go.
That actually explains that. Actually, that's probably the reason why everyone here is being an idiot.
Because Baldy won with the American education system. We didn't counter that fact.
Scroll down. Scroll down.
Wait, hold on. One final thing I'd like to say: Amanda versus Monica. I like to imagine it's like two siblings fighting, and then the demon is like, "Dad, Dad, she's bullying me," and it begins pummeling the crap. Monica versus Bendy will be. No, it won't. No, it won't. Because it's bull crap. Actually, those are the two bull crap characters.
Again, hold on. I would like to mention if it's Monica. Wait, hold on. If it's Monica versus Bendy would be an insane fight, and y'all are saying Monica would win against everything, then how the piss are you then saying that Bendy loses to Thunderman? Like,
Bendy-
What? You fuckers. You fuckers.
You motherfucker!
Bendy is being that can destroy TV for a
again,
fact.
look, if they're being viewed through the lens of if being game characters, Monica wipes. If being treated as an in-universe character, then Bendy slams. Like, even he knows! We're considering outside their native environment because it's cheating otherwise. You might as well play Monica with fucking God.
Yeah, I literally nobody's talking about red. Like it's a mutual agreement amongst everyone that red is not. No, it's a mutual agreement that the neighbor isn't making it. The man is just a guy with a shovel.
Wait, I'm sorry. That one comment. Freddy Fazbear has fought against the Russians.
He's got it. He's got it. He has the expertise. Yep, here it is. Monty wins with the Giga with Game Theorists. Monty wins with the Giga Monty army. Yeah, I mean, fair point. Technically, they are still inside the game. They're still canon.
Oh yeah, because the Gigamonti are God fucking. Okay, we're gonna assume that doesn't count because
That's a
glitch.
bug. That's a glitch.
That's a bug.
Well,
More
actually,
accurate fight, probably Bendy since Monica is just on a PC. There you go. Thank you.
exactly. This person, Matthew.
Everyone fights normally, no film real condition. Monica is physical and can't delete things, etc. Charles probably has the best. Why is no one using more functioning brain cells than this fucking guy? Matthew Martinez 3550. Thank you. You're using more brain cells than you have more brain cells than every other person in here combined.
You have more brain cells than 200,000 voters. Congratulations.
Look at the comment right below. You've opened up Pandora's box. The power scalers are gonna have a field day. Hey, here's my 2 cents. Monica, if it's just in-game feats. Slenderman, if we're counting not just games but every other piece of media. Y'all aren't ready for multiversal outer Slendy. We're not considering all media. We're considering the games because there's no other
It's
media.
Game Theory.
Nothing else is official.
Also, they're saying it's either Monica or Slenderman. That's it. It's the only option.
Let me remind you that the fan variant of Slenderman was power scaled up drastically.
Why is
His
nobody
actual
saying the Bendy
thinking
wins?
game is weak.
Why is nobody saying the Bendy wins? Like everybody's saying either Charles,
No,
Monica,
that one
or
guy
Slenderman.
said. That one fucking guy said. He was mentioning like if we're assuming
This guy.
like the lore accurate fights, probably Bendy.
Yeah.
They even mentioned how if it's fights normally, it's Charles. If it's lore accurate, it's Bendy. And Monica, if you're a fucking bastard.
Monica would probably no, she wouldn't because Amanda has Big Daddy Demon that could destroy
Monica
things.
is a fucking idiot. Have you not seen her?
Have you?
She literally sits there and does like you can tell everything that happens in that game is from her. You can figure that out with 2 functioning brain cells, and she can't figure out how to modify her own goddamn files. You delete her out of the game, it literally just disappears.
Game Theory agrees.
Game Theory is about to lose a subscriber.
I mean, Amanda has the devil form. Thank you, and crush whatever computer Monica is in. Thank you.
Look at the replies. Look at the replies to that. Hold on. I want to see the replies to some of these comments.
Amanda isn't a demon. She has control of the demon.
a demon. Yeah, but she
Yeah,
controls
everybody
it.
is saying that.
Exactly. No, but she controls the I don't think it fucking matters.
Honestly, it depends on how this arena how it goes. If RL, Monica can't connect to Amanda's computer and promptly gets punched in the screen. Monica can't connect. Can connect, but can't alter force because supernatural bullcrap and promptly gets inserted into backlogs. Oh no, accidents! Monica can connect and alter for Amanda. If in a computer, mostly goes the same way with the last two options. Replace connect with to manipulate the game world, which is
Okay, hold on. Scroll up.
I'll scroll up.
Okay. That comment says Monica easily. I want to see the replies in that. They have 34 replies, and guarantee you all of them are angry.
Oh, it's taking a while. These are paragraphs.
You taking this fucking long is
Uh,
honestly showing how few functional brain cells you have. But acting always comes back. Shut the fuck. No, hold on. That first comment. That first comment.
Shut the up!
He doesn't, because he's dead. He is dead currently.
Depends in whose universe. Thank you. Again, that's why we're assuming we're taking everyone out of their universe and putting them into a completely separate one because half of these would be cheating,
Aha, see,
and that
this
wouldn't
guy,
be a
smart.
right answer. Plus, wait, hold on. He's replying to something else. What is that? Nope, no, FR.
That's
Depends
what
on
I'm
who
saying.
it comes out in the real world. The demon form. It had Reserve 1 though. Physical entities, Harmonica is more of a digital entity. The only being she'd possibly be able to fight is the Mimic, specifically Glitch Trap. Thank you! Toadette Tails 6969, fantastic name by the way. Thank you for having more functional brain cells than whoever the hell wrote this comment.
No, I think I have more
Um,
brain cells than this guy.
no, I have more brain cells than the guy above him. Okay, scroll down. No, look at the replies. I'll look at more replies.
You can literally. Oh my gosh.
Agreed. We'll be defeating Amanda easily, but now you gotta be worried about real life. She can control the reality of her game, but she can't do anything to the real world. Thank you. Someone replies. Betty has same abilities, but on a larger scale. Thank you. Monica can't outside DLC. Good. Thank you. Yes, by the end, there will be.
No!
Shut the
There won't be just Monica, because this Monty in the corner who somehow survives Bendy will beat the crap out of his withered form.
Okay. Think y'all are forgetting Monica cannot enter the real world. Thank you. Amanda has a demon in real life that would destroy the computer. Thank you. Turn off the power. She's dead. Thank you. No way. Many, many of these are not digital monsters. Thank you.
Thank you.
So does that mean they can't do anything to her because you can't destroy the computer, but the game is still a thing? Oh yeah, it's actually a good point. The game's still a thing. But she's not just on the computer; she's in the game. So technically, it's a tie, but it's still kind of cheating. So we're just going to assume the game is in a computer
That's completely cheating then, because the game
because you
is.
can't get rid of the fucking game.
You can't get rid of millions of games.
Exactly.
You'd have
That's
to
still
line up
again
every computer with it.
kind of cheating. That's why we're assuming Bendy outside the cycle because it's kind of cheating.
Because he's immortal and would destroy the
It's
other
not a
person.
fair fight.
Slenderman is the. No! Play the thing. Play the thing. Play.
Slenderman's not an overall winner. He was massively powered upscaled by the media. Him in the actual game is not that strong, and the thing that he's based off of is even weaker than that, to the point where someone with a gun could kill him.
He's just disfigured man. Actually, no, he's a ghost instead the actual, like, folklore. He was like the original Mothman. He
That's
signals bad.
William can always just pull out, I always come back.
Shut the
He can't when against literal hellfire.
I'm sorry, but I'm pretty sure it implies that the other storylines are fiction by themselves, meaning they aren't even meant to be inside the game just because they got released here. That's not actually, now that I think about it, if they're all just inside their game, none of these are a fight to begin with. So all of them are fiction except Monica's self-awareness. Why can't her self-awareness be fictional too? She cannot change. Thank you. There's no one else seeing the absurdity of allowing the equivalent of God.
Like Bendy sure he's self-aware, but he's only self-aware not of him being inside a game. He's self-aware of the fact that he's inside the cycle, which is its own alternate reality that he can control.
More replies. Hold on, I want to
Even more.
show more replies. Yes.
Oh, does somebody reply to it?
Which is a name called Fourth Wall Awareness is fictional too. This would mean that Monica is likely far below or layer of fiction, which is fictional fiction. Yes, this exists. Character such as Murphy's Law Lawton is described for it.
I hate that.
So in other words,
my
he
brain.
is literally the lowest form of fourth wall breaking that you can possibly find.
She
Which
is
would also mean they would probably lose to Amanda, considering Amanda literally looks at you through the screen.
Yeah, she's actually fully on self-aware, can even eject herself to basically killing herself. But
Exactly.
bro, just disconnect the Exactly! Exactly!
I fucking god.
How would she delete Amanda though? Amanda in read this.
Amanda is both in the TV and IRL, and if Monica somehow deleted Amanda and Rebecca would also be deleted or would be able to move IRL. Stay the same but unable to control Amanda, and is considered a win for Monica.
Demon.
Yeah, demon. We're considering the demon as part of Amanda. Okay, you want to know the reason I consider the demon part of Amanda?
Hmm.
In one of the scenes in the tapes, you can see Amanda's face change into the demons. That's her. A demon is her.
Exactly.
That she's just fragmented. Her soul is fragmented among the tapes. That demon is still her.
It could actually, you could go as far as to say that that's her physical body, because she says, "I
Pretty
feel it
much.
rotting." Now, actually, no,
It's
that's
kind of
probably
like how the mimic. It's kind of like how the mimic has a digital form.
it has different forms, but it's all the same person. Except the monster is its own apparently summoned entity by Hamlin. Apparently, it's like a demonic entity that they summoned in, but they had to use Amanda as the sacrifice.
With this logic, Bendy clear since he can't die.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you. Whether
Again, we're
or not,
under.
we're in the
This
cycle.
is the reason why we're saying outside their native universe, or outside their native environment in its own arena, because there would only be 3 characters that can potentially win, and it's completely unfair to fucking neighbor.
This statement perfectly sums us up. If Monica gets to fight inside her own game, then Benny would be allowed to fight inside the cycle, which would literally kill anyone if they somehow killed him.
Exactly,
And if
that's
Monica-
wiping the entire thing. That's wiping the entire thing. No one else would win against that. Enlighten.
And Bendy can
That's why we're
remember himself
considering
after cycles.
outside. That's why we're considering them outside of their
Of the
goddamn
cycle.
universe.
Yep.
Because otherwise, it would only be 2 or 3 fucking characters that could possibly stand a goddamn chance. The entire left side is completely nullified otherwise.
This is gonna be an hour, 17-minute long upload, and I'm not gonna edit it. I don't care what you say. We're just gonna upload this.
That's fine. I'm fine with that. People need to hear us fucking rambling. Because I think people need a punch in the face to remind them how stupid they're being. They need an
Little
hour
jab.
of insulting bullshit. It's gonna be like when Omni-Man is arguing with Mark. It's like, what will you have in 500 years?
Red being up against Freddy, Huggy, and William is foul. I love you, Red, but you're not surviving that.
I just love how even
here it is.
people. No,
Thank you, Mystic Mayhem.
Huggy
Wuggy
Wuggy.
can
Thank
bend
you,
metal.
Mystic Mayhem. Huggy Wuggy can bend metal canonically. Freddy ain't ready for him.
Great PFP.
That is beautiful. But yeah, I love how even people who are on Red's side are saying it's Red. What's the mimic gotta do against an entire fucking train?
I just imagine
I love the premise of just, I have killed hundreds of people. I have defied immortality itself. Haha, train.
I hate this. I hate it so much, but I love it. Oh my
This
god.
month, no, I'm sorry. That bottom comment.
I hate.
Shut the
He's truly the under. What?
No, he's not. He's the opposite. He should stay under. What does Slenderman even do? Thank you.
His
Can
Colin-
he do math? Otherwise, Baldy will get upset. Our teleportation, strength, increases height, and tentacles. Wow, you want to
Just-
know who could probably do the exact same thing but better?
Bendy.
Black Jizz Man.
Black Jizz Man. Not. No jokes here.
Slender
I'm gonna
Man
make
is
the
a
minor prediction.
multiverse destroyer.
Oh my
No,
god.
he's not. Hold on, scroll back up. Scroll back up. I was talking about someone. Fucking
I'm sorry.
that
you're
guy.
right.
Slender Man is a multiverse destroyer. No, he is not. That was something the fandom made up. Him being a multiverse destroyer is part of the fandom,
Not
not
the
the
game.
official thing. Y'all motherfuckers are taking the fandom into account.
Okay.
Which in that case,
This
yeah,
guy-
Bendy's
let's see.
controlling the entire thing anyways, because the Bendy fandom is infinitely stronger than anything else here.
Okay, let's see. Freddy versus Huggy. Yep. And tear them down. Surely a bloodlusted toy could. Red Napkin. Fair enough. Mommy and the Mimic. Mimic got like 15 seconds. Fair enough. Give it to Mommy though, because she has mobility and the Mimic's arm got wrecked by an elevator. I mean, thank you for pointing that out. Mommy probably couldn't apply. I mean, she could apply that amount of force, sure, but I mean, that would
Again,
require
she's
Mommy
not
to be able to
durable.
grab. Yeah, she isn't
Yeah,
durable.
she's not durable. Mimic can shred things.
But
So
I can
again,
see them here. I can't blame them.
it would be an unstoppable object versus an immovable force.
Yeah, but I can see it though. Okay, I can't blame them for getting that one. Kind of
I mean, yeah, I did say that
I don't
would
get
win, but I guess yeah, it's just skipping this one. You don't need the answer. This is
Monty
dirty.
versus Betty. I think canonically the Ink Demon is OP as real, so yeah. Thank
Even
you.
outside, yeah, thank you. Outside the cycle, Bendy is a tough motherfucker. How is no one noticing this?
Why is everybody saying that Bendy's getting the floor wiped by Slender Man?
Because he destroys multi. No, he doesn't. No, he
No, he
doesn't.
doesn't. No, he
Every
doesn't.
single one of you, shut the fuck up. That is not how he works.
He
That's
is
something
just
the
Tall
fandom made
Man.
up.
He is Tall Man who defends Forest. That is what he does. Balding Slenderman. I don't know how Slenderman works, but Baldy's just a teacher on
Created
steroids, so I don't
by.
know. Yep, thank you.
I'm going to do a little more research on Slenderman because he might actually be weaker than I thought.
Charles with Catnap. Oh, if I don't know here. For one, I don't think Catnap's gas works on a walking train. And I don't know the fact that he isn't shown to be fast anymore, so a massive brick won't help him. But
Because the
Charles,
Slender fan fiction mythology has evolved without an official canon for reference, his appearance, motive, habits, and abilities are not fixed, but change depending on the storyteller.
okay, so
They
look up
literally
Slenderman game.
said, no, hold on. They literally said that God knows what. Okay, Slender in the 8 pages.
It wasn't it 7? I could have sworn that's the game name. I could have sworn that you only find 7 pages though.
Slenderman, Slender, and the 8 pages.
Abilities, perfect.
Uh,
I bet you it's gonna be nothing more than what we've already learned. Most we can get more of is just a strength definition, because we haven't gotten that really.
actually, I can't find anything on him.
Great, so we already know it all.
Yeah, I'm gonna continue looking at his description to see what I can come up with.
I'll keep on
Because
comment.
again, they're literally saying there is no official canon of him. He's just the fandom, which also means that this motherfucker it can just be anything. It can range from literally just a guy to God,
Yep.
which again is kind of fucking cheating.
Freddy vs. Slenderman would be like
Never
2015 to
sees it.
2016.
He appears wearing a dark suit. Yada yada. Slenderman is often associated with a forest and/or abandoned location and has the ability to teleport. That's it.
That's it. That's literally it.
Oh yeah, proximity to Slender Man is often said to trigger a slender sickness, a rapid onset of paranoia, nightmares, and delusion accompanied by nosebleeds. Early stories featured him targeting children, young adults, some feature adults driven insane or influenced. So yeah, he's literally just psychological and teleport. That's it.
Doesn't have
That's it.
tentacles, nothing.
That's fucking it. That's all it's canon about him. He doesn't even have tentacles.
He is not a multiverse destroyer at all.
He does not destroy multiverses. He doesn't even have tentacles. He doesn't have any form of real abilities.
Perfect.
It's
This guy, Wubs. if we're talking about Bendy's canon strength based on what Bendy in the Dark Revivals tells us, it's safe to say he'd be almost, if not all, the other characters here. Thank you.
Thank you. 2 functioning brain cells.
Everyone's forgetting that Peterson can throw hands. Are they talking about the
My boy,
neighbor?
Bendy.
They're
The
saying
Peterson can
that
throw hands. No, he can't. Where
no,
are
he
you
can't.
hearing that? No, I'm sorry. Where are you seeing that?
I think they're talking about the cartoon.
That's stupid. Also, look at the one. Look at the one right below it.
My boy Bendy doesn't. Exactly. Exactly.
Honestly,
There's
Charles
no
has a
way.
good chance of winning. Charles has a good chance of winning here. Thank you. We're gonna
Charles
get
and
Purple
Bendy
Guy
are
versus
going to
Freddy
make.
Fazbear. No, wait. I'm sorry. We're gonna get Purple Guy versus Freddy Fazbear. That's hilarious. And Demon Claire just won. Thank you.
Finally, we're getting
Monty
Bendy
Pol.
coming.
Monty Pol.
God dang it!
Giant
Everybody.
Gigamonty army.
I'm just
I wish there was.
imagining rock and roll.
I
Ah!
wish. I wish we had the Gigamonty army, but unfortunately the glitches aren't canon. So
I mean, well, technically it isn't even a glitch. It's just a show. It's just Monty that's on top of the thing and somehow got down. So
well,
I
yeah,
mean,
but that's a glitch. That's still a glitch.
I'd say that out of
He's
bounds.
never meant. No, hold on. He's never meant to leave that area. It's still a glitch.
Fair enough, but have you seen the amount of deloads? Actually, originally, inside of the beta
Hey,
build.
look, probably Bendy. I already have a feeling that Charles is making it to the end. With William being a runner,
Thank you.
I will have a feeling Charles making it all the way to the end with William being a runner-up. Thank you.
Pretty finna hit him with that
Yeah,
hard.
the Charles is a training. Putting him up against anyone is a. It's basically just nitrogen bomb versus coffee, baby. That's real. Bendy is destroying everything. Why are yeah? Everyone is saying yeah. Bendy's bodying everyone.
Everybody is agreeing collectively that Bendy is winning, Bendy and Charles and William. That is
And
what
yet,
everybody's agreeing on.
and yet, y'all
Y'all motherfuckers saw that he lost the goddamn white jizz man in the suit. And then said that white jizz man in the suit was leading to a goddamn PC program. I am going to find every single one of your fucking houses and put a goddamn combustible lemon inside your mailbox.
It's so dumb. Slenderman, William, and sorry, Slenderman is losing to even William, I'd say. The runner-ups, in our opinion, okay, up to you guys to take the rest. Here is what we're giving you all to fight: Bendy, William, normal William, and Charles. Hell Charles. That is what you have to fight here. Tell us in the comments. Who's winning?
yes. We just need to know Bendy or Charles.
And if
Either
a
of them.
single one of you all say William, combustible lemon.
No, William. That one's obviously a joke because like 2 demons that are the size of a goddamn freight train, or man.
Or kind of a mortal man. He would regret meeting, like you said earlier, okay? He would say thank you after meeting Bendy, and he would just kind of accept Charles.
What will you have in 500 years? Hold on.
I'm sorry, what? Doppelganger I could see using the master of his disguise to his advantage. Turning into other characters from each opponent's universe, teaming up with... He doesn't know about the other ones, though! He doesn't know!
Also, we're assuming that they're just in an arena with one another. Meaning, like, if there's only one other person there and they look like your friend, you're still gonna beat the shit out of them.
Yeah, and also
Bendy,
Bendy...
I think I found a GIF that most accurately describes what William versus the other characters would look like.
Go ahead. I'm not editing this, but for you all to know, who are those two?
It's Omni-Man beating up Mark. The whole 500 years thing. It's just that for everyone watching.
Plot twist.
If
At
any
the
of
end,
you-
everyone is killing each other. Classic, if you ask me. Thank you.
Isn't the neighbor just a human person?
William, sure, but he always gives back unless there's a fire. Thank you! Unless there's
my
a
God.
fire! Considering Willie Afton keeps coming back and he knows the animatronics so well, I feel like that gives him an advantage. It does give him an advantage against those guys.
Again, I did say that we're assuming that he doesn't have lore advantage against characters because they're in the same universe. We're assuming one-on-one fight outside of lore advantage.
Since Bendy is made out of
Otherwise,
quite literally cannot die in the Chapter 5 in the original series. He was only beat because the last reel was played, repeating the cycle. His physical form is literally unbeatable because he'll just reform and come back. Even the Tommy gun in Chapter 3 was ineffective against him. Thank you.
Thank you.
He will just reform. If you even
I'm sorry,
if this crane
that comment
hits him,
right below it.
Shut the up!
dude, the neighbor is getting absolutely ripped to shreds. He's just some guy with a shovel versus demons, possessed robots, vengeful, ink spirits, and Baldy.
Yeah,
Baldy's his own category.
Again, neighbor is it's just foul. Putting neighbor in here is foul.
Okay, well, then again, though, okay, the neighbor has a shovel and Baldy has a ruler, but Baldy, again, knows his way around
Neighbor
the
doesn't
street.
fight.
Neighbor doesn't fight. He'd knock out
Okay,
Baldy.
I gotta. Okay. Point is, okay, so I gotta wrap this up. So, point is, it's mostly Charles versus Bendy at this point. Everyone else is getting steamrolled.
So here's what we're leaving up to you all. Please try to decide for us, Charles versus Bendy. Thank you all. We're gonna
And
go
if
kill
you
our
say Monica, I'm coming to your house personally.
Monica. Okay,
With
just
13
please help
Molotovs.
us change the votes. Go to
No,
the
hold
votes.
on. If any of you say Monica, I'm gonna come to your house personally with 13 Molotovs.
And combustible lemons.
No, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take all the Molotovs, tie them around a combustible lemon, then throw that at your house. Your entire house is gonna look like the fucking FNAF pizzeria.
It's gonna look like a William after fighting Charles.
It's gonna look like the fucking FNAF simulator building.
After the aftermath from security breach.
Okay, point is, okay, yeah, there you go. I'm gonna go. I gotta do something.
Okay,